What's going on, friends? Cooper coming at you from the beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. Go Big Red. Today, I want to talk about how to get less messages on eBay that will hopefully save you time, where you can reinvest that time back into your reselling business or side hustle, doing other things. I know sometimes if you get lots and lots of messages and you're responding to them all the time, it can kind of bog you down and kind of get a little bit annoying. So there's a few tips and tricks that I use to reduce the incoming messages I get with certain items. And starting with the obvious, you really need to spend some time writing long and detailed titles and descriptions about all of your items. What I like to do is put myself in the buyer perspective and write out a title, write out a description that answers as many questions as possible. For example, I started listing jeans about 2 years ago when I got started. It's one of the things I like to sell. And listing jeans, you realize you need to provide a lot of information. Otherwise, you're going to be getting a lot of questions. People are going to want to know the waist measurement exactly. They're going to want to know the inseam measurement exactly, the rise measurement, all that types of stuff. So I make sure that I write all of this in the title. So I'll measure out the jeans, say it measures 30 by 32. The waist is 30, the inseam's 32. I like to put in my descriptions the actual size of the jeans, which can be different from the measured size. So I put the actual size and then I put measures, whatever it measures out to. So then when people are looking at the listing, they see, okay, the size is this, but it measures this. So now I know what the actual size is. When I first got it started, or when I first started, I only put what it measured out to. And then people would be messaging me like, why do you say that it's this when the tag clearly says that it's this? So that made me realize in their mind, they're seeing this number that could be wrong. What I put out, what I measured it out to. So for example, I measured out a pair of jeans to 39 by 32, but the tag says 38-32. So the customer will see that it's 39-32, and then they'll look at the tag on my pictures and they'll say 38-32. They'll be like, bro, what's going on here? It doesn't match up. So when I put in the title, I say, Levi's jeans, Levi's 550 jeans, 38-32. That's the actual size. And then right after that, I say measures 39-32. And then they're like, oh, that makes sense. So most likely they're not going to have to ask that question. This also kind of ties into the pictures. You really want to use really great pictures, especially if you have any flaws or anything. So if in your description you say this shirt has a tiny hole and you don't put the picture of where the hole is, or vice versa, you put a picture of a shirt with a hole in it, but you don't say that in the description, they might be asking, where is it? I'm curious, I want to buy this item, but I don't know exactly how bad the damage is or where it is. Or sometimes you'll zoom in on a hole on a shirt and you'll only see the fabric around the hole and you won't know exactly where the hole is on the shirt. So when I'm taking a picture of a defect, I try to take it at a zoom, like far away, for example, on a shirt, so you can kind of see the edge of the shirt so you know exactly where the hole is. So if it's by the sleeve, I'll take it, zoom back by that sleeve so they can see where it is. And then I'll take another zoomed in picture, usually like with my finger pointing to it, just to show the scale of the hole. And that usually really helps as well. I haven't gotten any questions on any defects in a long time since I started doing that. And then the last thing I want to talk about is an interesting thing that I think I picked up from Tech and Sports. I noticed that he always put adult in his listings, and I was trying to figure out why. Maybe that helps in search results and whatnot. I don't really think it helps in search results. I think the reason he puts adult in his titles is because it reduces questions. I've noticed, it doesn't happen a lot, but I have noticed when I'm posting like just t-shirts or polo shirts or something, every now and again I get the question, is this adult or youth? Even though I put men's size whatever or woman's size whatever. They still ask, is this an adult size or is this a youth size? So if you start putting adult in your titles or youth for kids, even though you say boys, girls, men's, women's, if you put in adult or youth, if it's a youth item, that also will help reduce some questions. People don't always read your titles or descriptions all the way, so fail proofing your titles and your descriptions as much as possible will help reduce your questions. Of course, you're never not going to get questions or messages all the time. They're still going to happen. But if you can cut them down by like 50% or whatnot, I've noticed with jeans when I started doing my new way of listing jeans, that is really significantly cut the messages down that I get on jeans. But it all depends on the type of items you list. Just make sure also, if you notice you're getting the same kind of messages over and over and over, try to think of a way to redo your listings in the future that will answer those questions before they even come in. That's the biggest key right there. So thank you for watching this video. If you found any value in it, please smash that like button and also subscribe if you want to see more content. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.